It's 2012, somewhere in Illinois. And this is the best of Derek and Jake's season.
Well, it's November 2nd. Not a whole lot going on here. We're going to beat these horns together and see if we can't rattle one in. Feels right, but just ain't having much action.
At Whitetails Inc., we do all the work and don't hunt with outfitters or guides on huge pieces of managed property.
We're do-it-yourselfers just like you. Some call us crazy, and honestly, we may be a little psycho.
We document our hunts on camera, enjoying the outdoors as much as the kill.
We have extremely high standards and only compete with ourselves.
The only thing that makes us special is our level of dedication.
We may not have all our fingers, but we more than make up for that with our sweet mustaches.
Welcome to Whitetails Inc.
This episode of Whitetails Inc. is brought to you by
Wicked Tree Gear,
Ozonics, scent elimination that works.
White Knuckle Productions,
Vortex Optics,
Monster X Mineral, Lone Wolf Tree Stands,
Stick and Pick Trail Camera Mounting System,
Tenzing Outdoors,
Arborwear, Wired to Hunt,
and Covert Trail Cameras.
November 3rd. Kind of in a funky little spot tonight. Derek couldn't hunt today. And we got a northeast wind, which I don't have a lot of good stuff for northeast. So I tucked out in this little point, this real brushy little point. I don't have but a couple of shooting lanes, so it could get dicey. The tree kind of sucks for self-filming because I got it way too high up. So this is kind of screwed up all around, which means I'll probably have a giant walk right by me. That's about how that usually goes. First freaking deer I saw tonight, and it's a shooter buck. That never happens here. Usually you have to see like 30 does before you ever see any buck. First deer. Can't believe it. Oh, he looked awesome out there with that sun hitting him. Oh my God. I hope I got lucky. But man, that thing, it really kicked. I think it kicked forward. I clipped a branch. I just had a tiny little hole to shoot through. So I don't know where I hit him. Or it looked like it kicked forward. That's what it looked like. I'm gonna review the footage and see what it looks like. I hope I got lucky, but it didn't look real good. He ran a long way across the field after I shot him. Okay, so that's that then. found my arrow, and I guess fortunately it was a complete miss. Looking at the footage, it looked like it deflected and went to the right and was on a path to center punch him in the neck. The deer was spinning out from the sound, and fortunately he spun out all the way, and that arrow must have just barely missed him as he spun out of the way. So good news is he's going to be fine. Bad news is if I hadn't hit that branch, I think I'd have freaking smoked him. It was a good looking deer.
Well, it's November 5th, and man, it feels great to be back in here. We're under double trouble set again. It's about a year ago today we had the encounter with pitchfork, standing here about 5 yards from the tree. So it's kind of a sacred spot to us. We don't come here much, but the bucks are on their feet, and it's time. So. That was pretty cool. We got a ton of pictures of that deer. He's got too much potential. I mean, I had him at about 24 yards right there. Not the first day, man, in here. I can't do it, but that was pretty cool. He was all jacked up. I think he was over there running a doe first, and then I hit the grunt tube, and he come on around here checking us out. I think he's gonna be a stud next year.
We just got in here tonight. It's a new set we just hung this summer, first time we've been in here. And I was just going through my pregame warm-up stretches and about to give myself a pep talk, and Derek's like, "Deer." I'm like, "All right, fine." So this little four-corner comes trotting through. Pretty good sign. Looks like they're on their feet already, so we'll probably go ahead and pound one tonight, I'd say.
We're hunting our little saddle stand. We got kind of a point runs out here between two cornfields and kind of on a saddle between two little bedding areas, so it's been a good spot in the past. We haven't seen a lot of bucks cruising, but not a whole lot of chasing yet, so can't complain, but it doesn't seem like it's really broke loose yet. But could happen any day. Hopefully today's the day. It's a nice, calm, cold morning, so. He's down there coming. Here comes another buck. Hard across the field right at me. Coming right here. I don't know if it's a big one. That was awesome. He might make 140. He's so perfect. He probably would, but I mean, he's spindly. Yeah. Where'd your arrow go? Is it duck season yet? Dude, I am a freaking... Have you done this before? You'd think I was an 8-year-old kid with it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm on a roll, ain't I? Alright, tonight we are in what would be a super double dong dandy little rut spot. It's what the natives would call a pinch. We got a big holler right here that drops off like vertical. So these deer got a choice of either going out in the field or walking about 25 yards past my tree stand here. So they're pretty limited on what they can do if they want to come out here. Perfect spot for a big buck to come out and do a little grunt sniff, checking for does out in these points. The back end of this cove is all grassy and scrub oaks and delicious little raspberry bushes and all kinds of good bucky stuff. So it's a good bucky spot. There's a ton of does in this end of the farm. We've been hunting hard all week. Typical rut hunt. We've had a few good hunts and a few slow hunts, but it's nice. This morning's about 28, calm and crisp. Probably one of the better mornings we've had. So we just had a little button buck down here. He was making a rub. Never seen that before, but that was pretty entertaining. But we saw 7 or 8 different bucks in here the other day. Passed a nice 3-year-old 10-pointer here, about 10 yards. So we're in a good spot, and I think we're gonna get it done today.
At this point, I'm sure you would just love to see Derek kill something on camera. You'll have to wait till next week to see what happens.
You've heard and seen testimony about Ozonics, and I understand your apprehension about scent elimination products. It took me 3 years to try one myself, but I have got to tell you, they work. The Ozonics HR200 is a bow hunter's best friend. It weighs less than 2 pounds and is super compact, and besides my bow, it's the most important piece of equipment I take into the field. If you don't believe me, do some research and find people who've used them. Ozonics technology works, and can and will beat a whitetail's nose time and time again. Check them out at ozonicshunting.com.